Hey planner friends, thanks for coming to my video to check out my Hobonichi Techo 2023 English Cousin setup for this year. My name is Renee. I'm an Etsy maker, and a majority of, if not all of what I have in here so far is self-created. This is my second year of using Hobonichi. Last year I used the Avec, but I couldn't resist all the buzz that was going around with the English Cousin. So let's get right on into it. I don't have anything yet for the inside cover page. For the year at a glance, this year I went with sort of a rainbow hued watercolor. This last year I stuck with a more neutral. I did sort of a neutral shiplap theme. And I don't back plan, so instead of the 2021, I did quarterly goals, quarter 1, 2, 3, 4 to cover up the 2021. But I think this worked out pretty well for me. And then this year, like I said, I went with more of a rainbow hued theme. So there is that. For the index pages, I was a little bit surprised. They had updated the index pages last year. This is the Avec. They had the gray Saturday and red Sunday dates, and I wasn't vibing on the coloration, so I created stickers to cover up the dates, and I had the months covered up with sort of a light pastel color, and again worked out pretty well. This year I'm going for a little more vibrant. What I've done is I have the US holidays highlighted in the color of the month, and then I have the weekends bolded. So it actually works out pretty well. You can see that the bolded weekends match up with the gray and red highlighting in the rest of the column. I thought it would be a little more distracting than it is. But once I have everything stickered up, there's just enough that draws your eye in that you don't notice it as much. I have lighter pastels for the first half of the year, and then for the second half of the year, I'm using bolder jewel tones for the Burr months. I'm looking for them right now. Where are they? They might be in my, oh, here they are. I'm using bolder jewel tones for the second half of the year. September, October, November, December, I'm using, jewel tones. I don't have them in yet just because I wanted to show the compare and contrast of what you get when you open the English Cousin and how it's, sort of going to look before and after. So I think I'm pretty happy with that so far. The monthly spreads, again, last year was my first year of using the Hobonichi. And, I was just working with it as it came to me because I was brand new to the planner. So the gray on the Saturday and the red on the Sunday, I was just working around it, stickering as needed. Like in the June spread, I made sure that I had Father's Day marked out, but it was a little too distracting for me. So this year what I have done is I'm trying something new. Not sure if it's gonna work for everybody, but I'm trying out for myself. I created a kit that will cover up the gray Saturday and the red Sunday in the monthly spread. So what you're left with now is a pretty neutral. There is a little bit of the tone of the gray and the red that are still peeking through, but because the Tome River paper is so thin and very often you do have a little ghosting of color from the pages prior, it's really, not so bad. I did not make headers for the Saturday, Sunday because I do sticker up on a monthly basis, and I'm not quite sure if that was needed, because I do have, for example, I've got the Monday through Sunday header dates that I'll be stickering up. I haven't decided if I'm going to sticker my December 2022 yet. I am pretty loyal to my planner, and I already have this set up in my current 2022 Avec, and I don't know if I really want to double plan, but in any event, I do have the Hobonichi Cousin Visine monthly sticker sets, and each month is labeled out so you know exactly which stickers are going to be needed for which of the months. And I have it planned all the way out through March of 2024. It's crazy to think that we're planning that far ahead, but in any event, I am trying that out this year. And then I do have my monthly stickering that I've started on as well. So you can see once it's completely stickered out, it's, it is visible, but there's just enough going on the page that your eye is no longer really drawn to it at all. As a compare contrast in any event. So I'm trying that out. We'll see if that works. My monthly kits, I have in addition to the stickers for the weekend, I also include stickers to cover up any Japanese holidays if you happen to be using the Japanese version, or the avec that doesn't have the Japanese holidays taken out yet. So I have white stickers to cover up the Japanese holidays, and then I have stickers for any holidays that we recognize. So for example, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and then New Year's Day. So I've got January, that's sort of a plaid flannel theme with hot chocolate. I have February, that is candied hearts. March is St. Patrick's Day with little leprechaun hats. April showers with little rain boots. Mayflowers, this is one of my favorite kits. I just pulled out some of the flowers that were in the pattern, and then I have those as the daily date covers. And Cinco de Mayo, Mother's Day. Excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. Memorial Day weekend. June is a tropical theme with palm fronds and pineapples. 4th of July, sort of a modified flag that I made. Instead of the 50 stars, I've got a little heart. August, no national holidays, but it's sunflower with buffalo plaid. September, apples, back to school, harvest, that sort of vibe. October, I'm all about the pumpkins. It just has sort of a latte colored background to the page. November has leaves and little turkeys, and turkeys on each day. And then I haven't gotten to developing anything yet for December 2023, and then January through March of 2024. So anyways, that's where I am on that. I am a monthly sticker. I do have one kit that I've probably going to include as like freebies on like ship outs. It's a Deco Days kit sized for the Hobonichi, and I've got that for New Year's Day. Happy New Year 2023. And then the other thing that I'm toying around with this year, again, I don't know if I'm going to like it or not, but similar to the Hobonichi Cousin Visine monthly, I have a Hobonichi Cousin Visine weekly. So this just has the Saturdays and Sundays that are sized to fit the Hobonichi Cousin. I noticed that these date boxes, or day of the week boxes rather, are a little bit larger than the past planner. So I just created covers that say Saturday and Sunday, and again, you can see a little bit of the gray and a little bit of the red go through, but once it's on there, I think it's just a really nice neutral base to start planning from. So it'll be interesting for me to see how that works out for me this year. So I have that. And then as far as the daily goes, I'm a little bit in a quandary. I got the avec last year because I know that I do sticker, and I was worried about it bulking up too much. And I'm trying to convince myself that I really do not want to sticker up too much in the dailies. Maybe I'll do the washi stickers. I've got a big washi collection that I can rely upon. Maybe some of the transfer stickers that don't add any bulk. But I'm really trying to play it low key on the dailies so my planner just doesn't explode. On this page here, turning the page to a new year, I will be doing a word of the year. The word of the year that I chose for 2022 was emerge. I thought it was a good word. Coming out after a year or two of COVID and school's back in full session and all of that. And then I had a little 2022, can you try and get that on camera? 2022 Dutch door flap there. So I'll probably do something similar, decorative and meaningful on these two pages. And then, yeah, I'm a little bit of a, mixed feelings about the daily pages. I'm not a daily journaler. I had a lot going on in 2022. My daughter graduated from high school and she was applying for all of these different scholarships and universities, and then she was accepted, and then we had to plan for her move into the dorms and all of that. So I really did use a lot of the planning pages this year, but it was sort of like touch and go. Sometimes I was so busy I would have like a handful or two of pages that were just completely blank, and that kind of threw me off a little bit. So one thing that I did with my current planner, and I'm not sure again how it's going to work out long term, but I took a cream colored, let me see if I can get it out. I ordered from Amazon a cream colored whiteout tape, and for the rest of the year I just whited out, let me see here, I just whited out the dates to see if that would help me, get into it a little bit more. And that way I can use the pages just chronologically and then put them in an index at the front of the book to see if that would help me use those pages a little bit more. But I'll put a link down below to the cream color tape if anyone is interested in how to get that. Again, this is just an experiment. I'm just trying a bunch of things to see what's going to work for me and what is not. So uncertain what I'm going to do with the dailies. If you have any ideas or comments, feel free to leave them down below. If you've, been thinking about something similarly, or if you found a solution that works for you, that would be super helpful. So I don't have anything modified in the dailies because I'm still thinking about it. But one thing that I did do, so you get to the end of December, and I was really happy they had a lot of extra graph pages. They have a total of 8 pages, 4 pages front and back of graph paper. And then they had a page here, I think this was like a timetable, and I wasn't, really going to use that. Didn't think I was going to be using it. So I created one large sticker, books I've read. This is like a 8 inches by 5 1/4 inches. So it covers the page, a little bit of ghosting through, but once you write in it and you start using it, I think again your eye's going to be drawn away from the ghosting that comes through. And then on this page I made movies I've seen, and this one I think was just graph paper again, and because they had already given so much graph paper to us before, I thought it was a little repetitive. I probably really wouldn't use this page, so I created this one with 15 different boxes where you can write in the name of the movie that you saw, or you can write a little, or draw a little illustration from the movie, what have you. And then on this page, what was this one? Oh, favorites. I see it ghosting through. This had favorites, where you can mark it a favorite movie or a favorite meal or a favorite restaurant, favorite song. And I thought that this version of the Cousin gave us so many opportunities to write down our favorites later that, again, this page was a little bit repetitive. I'm hoping to travel more in 2023, so I created this page. Again, it's 8 by about 5 1/4 inches, so it covers the whole page. And it's sort of a, retro suitcases with the luggage tags blank, so you can write in either the name of the location, or again, you can color in a little illustration to help you remember where you traveled in 2023. So I created these 3 pages as more of memory keeping. Yeah, I will try to use my 100 this year. I think that's a great idea. My favorite things, I will go through and use that. How to better enjoy conversation. I'm going to read this slowly and just kind of sink it in. I think this is a really good page, especially since a lot of our communication now is online, and conversation is a skill. So I will read that thoroughly, and then when I'm done, most likely I'll probably sticker this page. Words to remember. I really like this. There's 12 different boxes, so again, you could have it one per month. Memory keeping, or birthdays, or what have you. I think that would be a great use there. 365 days checkoff sheet. If you are a New Year's resolution person, that's an awesome page to have. Not sure if I'll keep that one or not. Gifts, great. Addresses for 8 people. I know more than 8 people. So it's a start, but I will keep that page. And then personal notes and links, Hobonichi links. Most likely I will be covering up that page as well. So overall, really happy with the Hobo Cousin so far. A little bit unnerved because, yeah, I've done some stickering already and it's bulked up a little. But if I keep to my commitment of not bulking up the daily so much, I think it will work out for me pretty well. If you are going to be doing any delicate stickering, I do recommend that you invest in a precision tweezer. It really helps you get the stickers down without ripping the tomoe paper behind it, because that's pretty delicate paper. I'm trying to think what else. I think that's it for me so far as my setup goes. Thanks so much for getting this far in my video. I really appreciate you checking my channel out. If you would like to see more videos like this in the future, give it a thumbs up and a subscribe, and I'll keep doing Hobonichi Cousin updates in the future. Happy planning!